Hi everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to the 17th and final part of Let's Build a Suburban House. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for the series to be over with so you can finally get this house in your games. There will be a download link to it in the description, so it is of course up for download now. But I am going to show the changes in this part just because there's not as many as usual, and the attic probably won't take very long to furnish. It's not going to take as long to furnish as bedrooms. So first off, in the teen girl room, there were a couple of suggestions. St. Plays wanted to see a disco light up above the bed, which I thought was a really neat idea, but I looked and I couldn't find a disco light. Like, I searched for disco and nothing comes up, and also when I looked in the lighting, there just isn't, apart from this, which is more of a floor light that projects upwards, that's about it. And I don't think this would really fit in, but that's all I saw that was really disco light-like. So unfortunately, I can't put a disco light in. I apologize if there is one and I'm just missing it, but right now I'm not really seeing it, but I just wanted to let you know that I did see that suggestion and thought it was a good idea. Also, Final Fantasy Chick 88 wanted to see a tablet in the girls' bedroom since the teen boys' room had a computer in it, so, you know, figured to make it more fair if there was a tablet in here. So I could definitely put a tablet in, that's definitely a good idea. I'm not exactly sure where I could put it. I could put it here, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to use it, and it wouldn't make sense for it to be here. I could try putting it here. I'm not sure if it'll work, because I was also thinking I could leave it here on the ottoman. Like, she was just using it on there and then left it. I'll have to do a little bit of playtesting before uploading the house just to make sure that this works, but I think that this is where it would make the most sense to have that tablet, so I'll put that there, and that is it for the teen girls room. So the rest of the suggestions are more for the master suite. There was a lot of mixed feedback on the master bedroom. Some of you felt like everything looked really good up until I made the last minute changes and then I messed it up with the changes. And then others felt like it didn't look right until I made the changes to make it look like this. So it's not really clear which way looks better than the other. You know, I feel like no matter what I do, there are going to be some people that are unhappy with it. And that's normally how it goes. You can't please everyone. So I'm just going to do what I feel looks best. And if you're not happy with how it looks when you download the house, you can change it to what you feel looks best. But I'm going to kind of do a mix of changing it back to the more blue and gray theme and also leaving it less formal looking like this. So what I was thinking would look good is to change the walls to be blue and gray, and I was looking and I did actually find a legit gray wall. So I'm going to change the walls to be like this and then add in a navy blue accent wall right behind the bed, which is of course going to delete a lamp, so I had to go put that lamp in really quick, and then it deleted a lamp down in the study downstairs. So I think that looks pretty good for the walls. I like how it looks, and then I'm going to change the rug here back to blue, and then for the curtains what I wanted to do was get rid of these and do what I did in the teen bedroom and just size these ones up and put them here just so they look a little bit more grand than these ones without being too grand, because I just felt like with the other bed in here that it just looked too formal, you know, like it looked like a bedroom in a older Victorian house, but this is more of a contemporary kind of house, you know, it's not really a house of a terribly old-fashioned family. So I personally feel like this bed just suits the room a little bit more, and plus I also like the warm woods on the furniture more than the gray. I just feel like the gray looked a little bit too cold, so I like having the browns in here to warm things up a little bit. And then I do gotta change the curtains over here. And then I was thinking that carpet might look better in here, so I'm just gonna try some carpet really quick. And, oh, we gotta change this. So I'm thinking maybe the carpet looks better, makes it a little bit more warm. I can just go back and see how it looks for comparison. I don't know, I kind of like the carpet more. I feel like it gives it a really nice, cozy, warm look. And I just want this, I don't want this master bedroom to look like it's from a palace. I want it to look very cozy and not cold, just very warm and comfortable, if that makes any sense. So I feel like this kind of color scheme and look fits that a little bit more. And in this area here, I did want to make some changes because I'm not completely happy with it. So Miss Vival Glamour suggested that I change the arch here to a door. A door probably would look a lot better. I don't know why I tried putting an arch in there, but yeah, a door probably would just make a lot more sense for this area. And then I'm going to make the walls here in the closet this dark blue, and then I will replace it with some carpet. And instead of having these curtains in here, I'm just going to change it to be white blinds because this is an area that they probably would be getting dressed in, so, you know, they want a little bit of privacy. They don't want people looking in there, so this just makes it look a bit more private. And then I guess blue would probably look better for the rug here. And then quite a few people said that they felt the crate looked really weird in here, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is move all this dressing area type stuff here into the closet and just make the closet itself the dressing area, and then turn this area into a study, which LSFSJGers thought would be a better use of the space, especially since, you know, you've got all this dressing stuff in the closet. And plus I just think this would look nicer as a study than a dresser area. And I think having a study in here would be good since, you know, the kids don't have computers in their rooms, so they might be hogging up the study downstairs. So this would just give the parents a nice, you know, private study area that the kids wouldn't be able to come into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this mirror that's out here and put it into the closet, since a lot of you did want to see a mirror in the closet, so that'll help to fill out the space a little bit more nicely. And then I will move this into, or at least one of these. I'm just going to only keep one of these wardrobes and move it into the closet. So this isn't really a lot of space, unfortunately. Well, what I could do... Actually, let me move that back. What I could do is just get rid of one of these. And one of these little shoe racks, because they don't really need that many shoe racks and clothes racks. And then just... I guess we can just keep this here. And then move this one over like this, and then we can take this taller wardrobe here and stick it in the corner. So hopefully that looks... Oh, whoops, that's still raised up. I gotta lower that down. You don't want a floating wardrobe in the closet. That just wouldn't seem right. So there we go, we can just have that in the corner right there, so hopefully that looks good. And then above it I can put a shelf with some clothes on it, because quite a few of you did want to see some folded clothes in the closet. So I will do that. I'll just have to find a shelf that matches. So I think this one, that almost matches, although I want a shelf that isn't quite as wide if there is one. Although we could just kind of combine it down into that one. So I could go with this one, and then let's see if there's actually a matching color, and then just put some folded clothes on it so it looks like the shelving extends all the way around. And it looks like this might not have an exactly matching color. Okay, so we're gonna have to try a different shelf. It's always kind of frustrating when things don't match perfectly. But that might be what we have to deal with this, unless this one has a matching color, which it apparently does not. And there's... Okay, so there are... Oh, there we go. Okay, so if we do this shelf color, then it does match perfectly. I guess the bright wood might not look that bad with everything else. And let's make sure we're not repeating any colors here. Okay, there we go. That's not repeating. At least I don't think. No, it's not. And then we gotta make sure this isn't repeating. Alright, there we go. So now we have it almost perfect. It's not a perfect match, but it is almost one. And then we can add a couple folded clothes up on there now. Okay, so we're gonna have to raise that up. That's not an issue. Actually, I kind of prefer it that way because I can position it how I want. So I'll just place a couple of these up here. So yeah, I guess taking the stuff out there in the dressing area and adding it into the closet definitely helps to give the closet a more filled out look, because it was a little bit sparse before. Like, I felt like I could have done more with the space, so this is definitely a good way to do it if I could get this to turn correctly. Alright, there we go, and then now we gotta change the colors of these, so I think I'll go with these colors here. So there we go, there's that. And then what else do we want to add in here? So unfortunately, we're not going to need that, so I'm just going to get rid of that. We can add in a hamper. Ooh, we can stick the hamper in this corner, like get rid of the crates that are here, and then just put the hamper in there. It might look like the clothing is going down, and oh, actually it doesn't look like it's going down into it at all. So we can just scoot this over and then put the hamper right here in this corner. So there we go, and make sure it's not coming through any walls, and it is not. And let's see if there's... Okay, so there's nothing else out here that really needs to go. Like, we could put a plan here, but then I don't Yeah, I mean, it could look kind of nice to have a little plan here. I guess they want a really fancy walk-in closet, so this is definitely making it look a lot nicer. And then Chris wanted to see a chair in here. So what I can do is get rid of the other woman shoe item and then just have only 2 shoe racks. And then put a chair in here so they can sit and put on their shoes. The chair, I guess if I put a chair here, anyone who sits in it realistically would have some clothes hitting them in the head, but oh well, we can just add a nice, maybe this chair right here into the corner so they can just sit there, put on their shoes. Because I guess people like to sit down when they put their shoes on. So there we go. You might hit your head on some clothes, but that's not a huge deal. And then I'm thinking white kind of blends in too much with the carpet. But I kind of want to do something other than blue. We could go with orange. Maybe orange will look nice. I don't know. Some nice contrasting color. Maybe a darker beige. I think that actually looks pretty nice. Yeah, and maybe we could... So how many... We have 3 of these here. So perhaps I could get rid of one of these that repeats. I think this one repeats. And then scoot this over more this way, because I think right now this is... Okay, so it's not really overlapping into that much. I think I actually sort of liked it before. Oh, you know what? Actually, we could easily just move all these up so it's not hitting them in the head. That would definitely be a good way to fix this. So apparently we gotta move this over so they're just going against each other. Yeah, so this will make it less likely for them to, you know, have clothing hitting their head as they're putting their shoes on. And let's lower you, and then you gotta go back all the way. I think I got that. And then we can scoot this one over a little bit more. There we go. I think that's about it. It's kind of difficult, like with Alt, to try and get things to perfectly match up. And then now we just gotta raise this shelf here up, and then raise these clothes up by 1. So there we go. That actually kind of takes out the lowest clothes. And we have floating clothes, so we gotta lower that back down. Oh well, looks like we'll be missing the full... We won't have the lowest stack of clothes, but oh well, it's better than having a floating stack of clothes. So there we go. Now I believe they can sit and not have clothes hit their head as much. So there is the improved walk-in closet, although now that I think about it, we may want to change the color of the rug, because it's similar to that blue but not exactly the same, so I think that this looks pretty good. And since this is now going to be the study, I'm going to move the bookshelf I put over here into this area. I'll just put it right here where that lamp is, and then I did have a sitting area over here previously, so I'm just going to put a sitting area back in over here, and I will use a fancy chair in a similar shade. So let me just put this over here so I can make sure I grab the same type of shade. So I do really like the color scheme in this room. I think that this hopefully will be good enough for most of you. I know some of you probably won't be happy for it, but like I said, I'm not really going to please everyone with this. But I think this is a pretty close matching color. I just didn't want to have the same exact chair in both corners. So I'll put that here, and I'm just not going to put a painting there because with the lamp in there, it's not really necessary since it would kind of block any painting that was centered on the wall. So there we go. We've got a nice little sitting area back over here to help brighten up that corner. And then going back over to here, I will turn this into a study like I said. So as for a desk, I think I'm going to go with something a little bit more formal, maybe something that matches more with the rest of the furniture. So I believe this is the desk type that does, and then I think this color is the one that matches, but I'll just see if we can get a better one. So I think that looks pretty decent, or we could go with this unlocked desk, but this is the same one that I used down in the study. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. There is also this desk, which could be pretty nice if this comes in a color that matches. So let's see. So it's a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. If I go to this one, it's too dark. You know what, that's actually a little bit closer. So I think that this desk, I do think this desk looks pretty neat, so I think I'm going to use this in here. It's one of the unlocked ones that I haven't gotten a chance to use. So I'm just going to move it a little bit further down. And then for a chair, I think I'm going to use that fancier business type one that was unlocked. So we'll just add that in there just to give it a very nice sort of formal office area in here. And then we need the computer and the desk lamp and all of that. So I'll give them a pretty nice computer. I'll give them this one here. And then as for the desk lamp, I think I'll go with the same fancier one, which I apparently cannot stick on the side. Maybe I can... Okay, there we go. So now I can just lift it up and position it where I want. So I will put it right there, and hopefully it lights up properly. I'm not sure if putting a light like that will stop it from lighting up. Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. Alright, well, I think it's doing its job lighting up. I might just put a lamp in this corner here, because I don't think this is properly lighting it. And then also on the desk, what else do we need? Some other decorative type items for here. So I think I will go with the... Well, I keep placing these book stacks. But I think I'll place these ones. And I think this is correct. There we go, we'll put some of these here. So I think that is enough for that desk. You know, they don't really need like the business cards or all that super fancy stuff because this is just in their bedroom, you know. And then I think a trash can next to it would be good. So I'll just get this nice simple one right here. And then as for this corner, like I said, I think I'm just going to put a standing lamp in there. So I'll just use this same one here just to brighten this area up a little bit. And then maybe a plant would also be good in here as well. So I'll just get a nice plant for there. Nothing too crazy. So maybe I could put this one. No, that one's a little bit too big. Maybe this one right here. Something a little bit smaller. So I think that would look pretty nice right there. And let's see, I think this original color here looks best. So this is what we've got so far in this little office area down here. I think that looks a little bit better than the whole dressing area thing. And then I was also thinking that I could change the flooring in here back to wood, just to give a little bit of separation. So I think that looks pretty good. And then I can put those separation columns back in there. So let's see, do we want it in wood or do we want it to be white? Let's see. I guess that does tie nicely with the other colors in this room. Let's let's try that in the white color. Alright, so I have to zoom out a little bit. Maybe the white would look a little bit better since it'll sort of tie in with the molding on the walls. And then since we have the columns in there, perhaps what I could do is make the walls in the office area a blue color. Just to once again just separate it as sort of its own area of the room. So we can see how this looks. I think that looks pretty good. It's a nice little accent for that area. Let me undo that though, just for comparison. So this is it without the blue. Still a little bit of blue left there. I think I like it more with the blue in there, just because I want it to look like it's its own separate area of the room. So I think that looks pretty cool. I'm hoping I didn't miss the mark again with this. We could also try putting some spandrels to kind of give more... Oh, hell no, we don't want to do that. Apparently, okay, that was just making the roof come through. Yeah, so here we go. This is what we have for the master suite. I could also try putting the carpet back in. And then just leaving it as just the blue walls being the difference. Okay, so let's see how that looks once again. Here's carpet, here is wood. I think I actually sort of like the carpet more, so I think I'm just going to keep it as carpet in this area. If you download this house and you really feel like the wood looks better, then, you know, you can just change that area to some wood yourself. But I think that is pretty good for that area. I think this is it for this whole area of this room. So for the master bathroom, I'm only going to make one change, and that is switching the built-in shower here with this stuff over here, because Victoria pointed out that it looked kind of odd having the shower so far away from the tub. So yeah, it definitely would make a lot more sense to have the shower over here right near the tub, especially since the only towels are over here. So I'm just gonna move all of this stuff over really quick. Hopefully that won't take too long. And this is all that I'm gonna change in the master bathroom here, because I actually liked how the master bathroom looked. And then let's move you right there. And then we just got to get a wall in there as well, and then change the color. So this is just a really quick change, and then after that I'm going to move on to the attic, which I don't think will take too long to do. So there we go, just getting the walls, and then moving everything on here over. So I'll just add that towel there, and then I'll keep the laundry basket here, I guess. Or you know what, maybe the hamper. So I'll move the laundry basket over there, and then just keep the hamper over here. So we'll move it. We'll just put it right underneath the towels. So I think this, yeah, I think this actually makes a lot more sense. And then now we can just get rid of this wall here and then replace that wall with blue, move this over here into this corner, and then move the candles back onto it. And I will just keep the laundry basket here. I'll just put it at sort of an angle, and then, you know, it might make sense to have the plant right here, because, you know, if you wouldn't have a plant on the other side of the laundry basket, because the laundry basket's just there temporarily. So yeah, hopefully this looks a little bit better. I think it makes a little bit more sense just to have the shower bathtub over to one side of it, and then all this stuff over here. Well, I guess another quick change I want to make to the bathroom was that Simply Nando suggested making the cabinets white, which would probably tie in pretty well with the rest of the bathroom, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that and change all of these to be a white color. Yeah, so there we go. I think that does help to brighten up the bathroom a bit and fits in with everything else. So here's another last look at the master suite. Hopefully I did it right this time, and hopefully most of you like this. But now I'm going to move on to the last part of the house, which is the attic, and hopefully this won't take too long. So like I said, for the attic, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it this sort of unfinished storage area type of a look. So I'm going to get rid of these walls here, because what I was originally thinking about doing was having a half bathroom up here, which, now that I think about it, makes no sense. You wouldn't have a half bathroom up in an attic. I do need to put some walls and flooring into this little room here, though. Or the stair room. So let me get the walls up a little bit, and I'm just going to use the same beige wall in here, and then I'm just going to put this little wall light here to try and brighten this up some. So that's all that really needs to be in this room right here. So moving up into the attic, unfortunately I had to furnish it with the walls all the way down like this, which isn't how I normally prefer to furnish, but that's what I have to do here, although I will use these railings here. And just put them up here. We don't want anyone falling down the stairs. And why is it so bright in here now? Whatever. I don't know if that's some kind of glitch. But after putting those railings in, I guess, oh, maybe it's the light from down here coming up into there. So let's see if we delete this. No? Where's that light coming from? Oh, well. Anyway, it doesn't hurt for it to be a little bit bright. So for the flooring, I wanted to use the wood here that looks like it's just kind of rustic and unfinished, just sort of like it's the, I don't know, it's like the unfinished wood in the house, you know, not treated or whatever. Just a more rustic, unfinished look. And then as for the walls, there was the barn type paneling here, which I'm going to use. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you would find in an attic, but I just wanted to give it sort of a more rustic look, which I think that this kind of looks, I think it looks pretty good up here. So we do need to get a little bit of lighting, and this is definitely going to be tricky to furnish. So as far as lighting goes, I think I'm going to go with, what light do I want to use? We could just go with this. I think that's just a nice simple, you're not going to really put fancy lighting up in here. So we can just have that here, and what I was thinking was I want it to be just kind of extra storage area, and then some skill items like a painting easel and maybe a treadmill, and also I wanted to fit in a card table, sort of like it's a teen hangout area, and maybe an old television, like the teens can just go up there and play cards together and watch TV at the same time and all of that. So I do want to have some of the old art stuff that was unlocked from the careers in the corner here, so I'm just going to put a bunch of that. And then we do have the canvases that look like they're propped up against the wall right here. So we can have some here along this wall, and then I did want to have some that look like they were actually painted on. So it is just, I'm just used to being able to like see everything when I furnish. And then there also was the little wood ballerina statue, which I think would be perfect for an attic. It's just kind of like one of those creepy things you would see in an attic that just looks really creepy. It just reminds me of something you would see in an attic that would just scare you. And then Brenna wanted to see the easel by a window, so I will put the easel along with this little drawing table here over by the window. So now I just have to go ahead and get the easel out. I'm going to use one of the nicer unlocked ones, so I think this one right here. So I will use that one and try and make a match to this. So let's see what colors we have. Or is this? There was another one too that was unlocked. Oh, maybe it was this. Oh, this was the unlocked one. So I'll use this one. And what do we want to, what color? I mean, it doesn't have to match perfectly. We just have it be like that. And then make this one white. I think that looks pretty good. And I really wish that there was just a paint-stained rug, but unfortunately there isn't. So I'm just going to use this rug here, just sort of like it's underneath so they don't mess up the wood, because I guess even though it's an attic, you still don't want to mess things up. And then there was these little sketches here, so I just put a couple of those on the wall, so maybe I can size it up and hopefully it won't be too tall. So we can just put the wall up and look through the window here and make sure that that doesn't go too far up on the ceiling. So I'm going to see if I can lower that down a little bit. So there we go. So that just makes it look a little bit more nicely decorated to have that taking up the whole wall. And if you choose other colors for this, it does have other type of sketches. So over on this wall, I'm just going to have a couple of other ones and then just keep it a smaller size. So it doesn't look like the same thing everywhere. So we can just do that, have it look like it's a nice little sketching corner. And then maybe a trash can would fit in, like just kind of a trash can to put in scrapped artwork. So I think I'm going to use this little barrel trash can in here. I think that would fit in well. And I think that'll be about it for this little alcove dormer. Yeah, dormer's a technical term, but I think that's about all that needs to go into that little dormer there. So that is good. And whoa. Why is this looking like this? What the heck? Okay, I fixed that little weird lighting issue. So anyway, moving back up to the attic, and oh my gosh, alright, I have to try and get this fixed. So I guess this actually is how the lighting in here is supposed to look, so everything's fine with that. And then there was that standing lamp that was like the still life that I wanted to throw in here. So I just kind of stick it in this corner, and then I was thinking that also I could just pack in a whole bunch of random furniture in here. So maybe we want to move this somewhere out further so it's not like all the art items are back in here, so we can just stick some stuff on the floor right in front of this. So I was thinking we could stick some of the bean furniture, like the bean coffee table and the bean dresser. I think that would look really good up in here. So just like it's like reject furniture storage, so we can just fit a whole bunch of stuff in like that. Just kind of just really close in with each other. So I think let's just find the most beat up looking color with this. So that looks pretty messed up. That looks like something you'd find rejected in your attic. So we'll just have that right in there. Just put it kind of crooked. And then, are you another bean up wardrobe? Yes, you are. So we will have you right. I'm gonna scoot this out a little bit. Have it right there. Alright, there we go. We're not going through the walls. And I think I'm gonna make this a different color. So we'll have this be this kind of ugly green color. And we definitely need some of those crate items in. Let's see what's okay. I'm gonna wait till I'm done recording to put all that stuff back in. And I will do a little bit of playtesting before uploading this house because I just want to make sure things work smoothly. So I'm definitely gonna be double checking that before uploading it. And also, what I want to do is sort of a finale to the series is take all the footage from all the parts and turn it into, just combine it all together and turn it into a speed build with a showcase at the end, because, you know, the series has been going on for a couple months and, you know, a lot of work was done, so I think it would be good just to make a speed build just so if you want to kind of see how everything was done, or maybe if you missed a couple parts here and there, you can see the whole process without watching 10 hours worth of video. So it'd also be good for people who didn't watch the series who still want to see how the house was made. So that'll probably be up sometime within the next week. And I already put together the first 16 parts, and it was like over an hour combined already, so it's probably going to be a two-parter kind of a thing. But yeah, that's what I want to do, just to sort of recap the series and just review it a bit. Ooh, milk crate. Yes, we can put this in here. Just some of the most random stuff ever. Ooh, and a bunch of crates. Perfect. So I can put that crate end table in there. Maybe the crate end table right in there. Or this looks pretty good too. So we're just getting a whole lot of miscellaneous crap in here, and let's just make it a... Oh, wait. It's not picking the crates. Oh, there we go. Now it's picking the crates. Alright, well, that color's fine. What else do we want to add in here? I know there's a lot of toys in this house already, but Alma and Simply Nando suggested adding some toys here and there to make kind of like rejected toys that were stuck in here. And I thought that was a really good idea. I know, there's too many toys, but I thought that would just look really good because, you know, a lot of times you tuck some older toys into the attic. I won't put too many. I'll just put a couple of things in there. So we can have this little piggy bank right here, and then I don't think... Oh, I didn't use this. We can have this in here. There's just some of the most random things in here. There we go. So you got a creepy llama. Just a whole bunch of creepy stuff in this corner. Let's see. Ooh, let's do that. And then we can add the rabbit up here. And I think I'm gonna go with a I mean, nothing in here has to match. Like, I'm not trying to make any of this match. We could add a dinosaur. There we go. Just stick in a random dinosaur. There we go. And I think we need another weather bean type item right in front here. So maybe one of the weather bean end tables would look good. So let's see. Let's do the funky green color. Like someone used to have green furniture and then redid their room and it ended up here. Yeah, so there we go. And what else looks rejected? Ooh, gnomes. Yes, gnomes. There we go. Got a whole bunch of stuff in here. So I'm thinking maybe this is enough for the attic storage area. Oh, we can add this globe thing. There we go. There we go. So we got that. I think that is enough for the rejected item corner. So I am going to put a card table in here. There should be plenty of room for a card table. So let's see. Let's just stick this right here. And I think I'm going to make it a green color. And then I could just stick some of those outdoor folding chairs around it. You know, you're not going to have anything terribly fancy up here, so I think that this would be suitable for it. So I think these are the ones that match, so the teens can come up here, they can play some cards, paint a little bit, there will be workout equipment over here, they can just have a good time. I do think there needs to be a little bit more lighting in here, though. So perhaps we can get some wall lights in. I'm just going to use the same lighting right here, and then I think that's enough lighting, just that one right there. So I will leave it at that. And then I think it would be good to add some more in here. And then we also do need some paintings as well. It's just really difficult because you can't tell what you're adding in. So I'll just add some wall lights in here and there, maybe another one here. And I think that's enough lighting for this room. And then for the wall decorations, I'm just going to stick posters. Like, you wouldn't spend money on fancy paintings for this area, so we'll just add this one in here. I can't really tell how it's gonna look because I can't put the walls up. So there we go. Maybe I was thinking a TV in this area might be good. So maybe I could try the whole putting the shelf on the TV thing, or I could use the accent table that you can put them on. You know what, I think the shelf idea would probably look a little bit better, so that way I could keep this centered because there's not enough room to really have the coffee table there. So and apparently the TVs that you do put on shelves still work. So I'm going to use this older fashioned shelf here, or maybe I want to put two together, so it might actually work better to just do this and put two shelves side by side. There we go. I think that's high enough. I can't really, it's kind of hard to tell. And you know what, rather than moving the shelves, I'm just going to move the tables to the shelves. Okay, there we go, that's centered. And then we gotta change the color. Really? Okay, apparently we've got to do it this way. So let's see. I think this looks good. We can just have it look kind of like it's built into the walls. And then apparently we have to do this to be able to put the TV onto it, because otherwise the shelves are going to disappear. We can't tell where we're putting it. So I'm going to use this older, not as nice TV up here, just like it was an old TV someone had that just got kind of left up there. So I think that looks pretty good. So this person can't see the TV, but everyone else playing cards can. And what else do we want to add up here? I don't think plants would really make a whole lot of sense in this area, so we can just add some other, maybe like an odd statue. What is this? A model rocket. Ooh, I think that would be pretty good up here. And let's rotate you. There we go. So we got a cool model rocket going up in here. And what else would work well? So just some cool knick-knack type item. We could add another little trophy. What is this? We could add this little guy. Just all sorts of like random things. Like I just wanted to look like just all sorts of really random stuff ended up here in the attic. Yeah, so there we go. We got our little TV area right there. Now we got to put the walls all the way down so you can see what we're doing again. And I do think that this area right here needs a rug. So we can use an older one. Maybe we could use this rug here, which doesn't perfectly match, but it does look kind of like it's old and worn. And I mean, nothing up here is going to perfectly match. And then I do think it would look good to still have some random items just sort of strewn around, so we could just put a rooster here. Like, this attic's just not really going to make a whole lot of sense. We can have this. Some computer hard drives would be good, so we can have another little pile of random crap over here. Maybe this bus statue just chilling on the floor. There we go. Ooh, this little piggy. And what else can we add? Here's another little rooster. There we go. Oh, we could add these. I didn't really use these cars, so we could also add them in as some more rejected toys, because I didn't use any of these, so it's something kind of fresh. What else? We could add this little toy here. There we go. And then I'm going to put some more stuff out here, just because of... I want it to look like it's a little bit more strewn out, like it's not all just contained only in there, like it kind of just goes a little bit further out than that. So we can have some train pieces, and what else do we want? We just put that there. I think that's good for here, and then right in this area I'm going to put a treadmill in here because Ryan wanted to see some gym equipment in the attic, so I will do that, and there isn't a treadmill anywhere else in the house, so you know, if they want to work out, I guess they have to go up here. This is just kind of like the area where they put in stuff that they couldn't exactly fit anywhere else, so we'll just have it there so they can look out of the window as they exercise, and I think that changing it to a red color would look pretty good in there. And then we can have some motivational sport pictures in here, so we can have this, and then this little exercise type poster, and then I'm going to put the walls, oh shoot, I can't. Okay, so I can't really do that with this area. So unfortunately we're just going to have to continue furnishing it like this. So there were the unlocked posters, so I'll just put those. So we can have this one here, and then we need a couple more over here. So we can have that there, and I guess that's about all that really needs to be here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to tell unless I just hit tab, like go into live mode and hit tab, or live mode. It's technically live mode, not live mode. And then I think another mat here would be good. So we can do that and change it to be a... Actually, I kind of want a black mat in there. Maybe this one. Okay, this one comes in black, so we'll just put this one in here right next to there. I guess maybe they want a mat right there. And then I think a little table right here with some towels on it would be good. So we could fit that in. I'll have to make sure they can still use a treadmill with that there, but I don't think it should be an issue. They're pretty good about using that, but you know, I think it would make sense to have some towels there so they can towel themselves off as they're working out. So I think the towels are right here. So I'll put those in there, make them a white color. So there we go, we got a little exercise area. And then over in this area, I think I'm just going to put a chair, and that'll be about it. Because I don't think there really needs to be another pile of junk right in here. So we can use kind of a more rejected... There's not really a beat up looking chair though. So we could do this, which looks like something... I know this is like a Mediterranean chair, but this is the one that looks most likely like it would end up in here. So as for a color, maybe we'll just go with blue. Yeah, I think that looks good. I mean, it ties in with this rug a bit. And then I think we just need a few more posters, and then this is done. Yeah, I think that'll be enough for this attic. So let's see, what did we use? There was this poster here that was unlocked from, I believe it was it was from the Criminal Career, so we can add that in there. We can also add this poster in, and I think that's about all that we need in this attic. You know, I don't want it to be, I think this is enough clutter going on right here. I just want to keep adding more clutter, but I probably shouldn't. I can see, oh, we could add this in here. There we go, we put that right there, and I will change it to be blue. And then maybe just a little bit more, maybe this like wine barrel. I don't know. Oh, we could put a stolen ATM machine in there, which, I'm not gonna do that. But I will scoot this a little bit closer. I think, you know what, I think this is pretty good as far as the attic is concerned. And what I can do is go into live mode and just see if I can get down into here with the walls up using, by going into camera mode. So let me do that really quick. Oh, when you do cutaway, you can actually see, oh, that's cool. Okay, so you can still play with it in cutaway. But I do want to look at it with the walls up, so let's see, we just do tab. Yeah, so you just hit tab to get in the camera mode, then you press Q to lower down, so there we go. We are in the attic, so here is the beautiful cluttered attic. It actually looks pretty good. So we can get a view over this way. Here is where the workout is, and that's siding right there. Well, it turns out that because this is in the roof, I can't really change the siding right there, so it's just gonna have to stay that way. So here is the little painting nook right there, and then here is the clutter. So here's looking over in the cluttered corner. So yeah, that is the attic. So this house is done, so as soon as I'm done recording this, I'll play test it a little bit and then upload it. So I wanted to thank you all for making this into an amazing series. I really appreciate all the feedback and support that I got on all the parts. I really liked being able to hear what you guys thought I should do with the house and being able to use those changes and make it sort of a somewhat of a collaborative community kind of a build. And I definitely will be doing another one of these series. I'll probably wait a couple of weeks to start it just to give myself a little bit of a break. But what I want you all to do is to suggest what you want me to do for the next series in the comments below. And I will be looking at that, and I'll be taking note of which suggestions I see most frequently or have the most thumbs up. I'm not going to go through the comments and like count them all out and pick whatever is commented the most. But that, whatever I see most commonly will definitely factor into what I choose to do. But some thoughts I had on what I wanted to do was, in the poll that I did before this series, I said that I wanted to make an eclectic kind of a bar. So I still think that that might be a really fun idea for a Let's Build. It might be cool to do a community lot rather than a house. So what I had in mind for that was just a coffee shop kind of a bar that's more casual and cozy feeling with some like mismatched furniture like it was gotten secondhand. And with maybe like the first floor would be the bar, and then it would have two more floors, and each floor would be a different kind of a shop. I thought that would be something kind of cool to do. Also, I know a lot of you wanted me to do a more modern house, so I could also do a modern house for the next series, and then in the poll for this series, a Victorian house was actually what got the second most votes, so that's also what I had in mind. And if you don't really like any of those options, you can also say, if you have something else in mind, you can also comment that as well and let me know that that's something you want to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you all want me to do for the next Let's Build series. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this series. I'm glad that a lot of you have enjoyed it as well, but I'm going to end this part here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!